Hi, everybody.
Hello there.
I'm Jerry.
And I'm Linda. And this is Gizmo.
We're the Village's Newcomers, and it's time for...
Send us your questions, we've got your answers. Jerry and Linda's Mailbag Monday.
We are into some warm temperatures.
It is getting kind of hot out here.
We took a big golf cart ride this morning, and it was good to get home. Man, so good when you get back and you park your golf cart and you shut the garage door and you open the door to your house and you walk in and it's like,
Thank
that's a good
goodness.
thing.
Yeah.
We are lucky this week. We have guests. Her twin sister,
Yay.
her older sister, and her brother-in-law are here. So we've been taking them out and showing them the sights. And we thought we'd tell you a few of the things we've done because people write in saying, what do we do? What can we do when we're in the villages? Give me some ideas for some entertainment or recreation. So here is what we've done in the short time. They have been here for 3 nights now, right?
Right.
So this is the 4th day that they've been here. We have gone to Sumter Landing and explored, and we also
Sorry.
took that.
Sorry, everybody. I lost my... Oopsie. It was down in my stomach. Go on.
We went to Sumter Landing and we had the boat ride. That was cool. And we got the lowdown on the area, and they make up some malarkey for you on that tour. And we listened to music with Blonde Ambition, did some people watching. Fun thing to do.
Oh, it is.
It's warm. Get there early if you want a shady spot. But don't worry, because that sun moves and those shady spots change. So you'll be scrambling for shade when things get going. We then took an airboat ride on Lake Panasoffkee.
That was really fun.
It was fun. Take a look. The next day, we took them back to the Chase Animal Rescue and Sanctuary. Remember, we did a show on that? We love that place. Those folks are so good, and they do such a great thing with those animals. Here's a few highlights of that trip. By the way, if you want to donate to the Chase Animal Rescue Sanctuary, we'll have the link in the description to the video. We took a long cart ride down to Finney, all the way from Dunedin, our neighborhood, into Brownwood for the farmer's market. We went to the farmer's market.
Lovely.
And then we went on across the, the Brownwood Bridge, and then down over the Water Lily Bridge, and then zigging and zagging all the way down to Finney. And we went to the Finney Grill and the Finney Pool, and we drove back, and that was fun. We have played bocce.
Oh. No. Pitiful.
Too hard. It's harder than I want it
No.
We've done that, and today we're going on a pontoon ride with Lake Adventures out of Eustis. So we won't have any footage on from that today, but look for that in the future, and we're having a good time. And those are just some of the things we've done to give you an idea what you might do with your company. Let's get right to our shout-outs.
We'd like to thank Kristen and Eddie from Wisconsin. They gave us some cooling towels, much needed. Thank you. And John Robert sent us a book that he had written. Thank you so much. Very, very nice gift.
And the main shout out today is to each and every one of you. Once a month, YouTube will send us a report on how we did the prior month. And last month, the Villages Florida Newcomers, we get a printout like this from YouTube. And it says that last month we had 1,838 new subscribers. That's about 61 a day. And we like that. We'd like to get up to 100 a day. But thank you if you're one of our new subscribers, and we really appreciate that. Last month we had 394,000 total views and 4.7 million minutes watched of our videos.
Fantastic.
Yes,
Thank
it
you.
is fantastic. And thank all of you. We really appreciate that. Let's get right to our questions. We have the same basic question from two people again today. It happens a lot. Jose and Maria and Matthew all want to know about any issues that we've had with our trash. Wondering if you've had issues leaving your trash bags outside the night before, like animals poking them. Or, as Matthew said, do you ever encounter issues with animals getting into trash since residents just sit their bags out in no containers? You are right about that. We don't use containers of any kind, just bags. Those bags go out and we set them on the curb twice a week. We do it on Monday morning and we do it on Thursday morning. Back in Indiana, we had big rolling cans, like mini dumpsters we would haul down there. And believe me, the raccoons can get in those too, right?
They could.
A lot of people don't put theirs out until morning, but our trash men, that's not right.
Our pickup time is very early, about 6:30, and I don't want to get up earlier than that to put them out. So we put our bags out the night before, and pretty late, about 10.
I begged her to put those out the night before.
Yeah.
I didn't want to get up at 6 a.m. or 5:30 and put those out. And I'm sorry, I said trash man. What should I say? Sanitation workers.
Yes, and begged me to put them out. We'll do it together sometimes. But,
I'm a nighttime putter-outer. I don't want to do it in the morning.
yeah.
But we did have an issue with animals. We have a little security camera, and we watched. So when our trash was scattered, I got on there. What do you think scattered that trash? It was a crow. A crow landed on the bags, peck, 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 peck. And when they got a little hole, they started pulling out paper plates,
Yeah.
cardboard boxes. That thing is a genius, those crows. So that's the only issue. We just tie them up tighter now. And if you have some edibles in there, you might double bag it. Here's a question that would be of interest to a great many of you, I'll bet. Ryan and Nan and Diana have similar thoughts. We have a question about enjoying a few cold ones during and after playing golf. Are the golf paths around the neighborhoods considered private or public roads? Would an open can of beer in a cup be considered an open container violation? Wouldn't want to get a DUI on the way home. And Keith echoes that sentiment, wanting to know, is it okay to have a cooler with an adult beverage in a public area, like the town square, the RC track, the pickleball courts, etc.? Well, we're not the best authority on that situation because we're not drinkers.
No.
So I called the Sumter County Sheriff's Department and was given the following information. You are not allowed to have an open container in a moving vehicle. On a golf course would probably be a different thing. That's a private property. But once you leave that golf course, you are on a city street or a public golf path, a multimodal path, in which case no open containers. It's an arrestable offense. It's a and if you are driving under the influence, DUI, it could end you up in jail and get a nice hefty fine to go with it. No open containers in a moving vehicle. Now, the other question was public places. Yes, you can have drinks in public places, like, for example, Brownwood Paddock Square. But you can only have the alcohol that they serve you there. You can't take your own alcohol in and drink it, and you can't leave with it. In fact, the deputy that I talked with told me that's why when you go to a restaurant or a bar and they serve you a drink, they never give you an unopened bottle. They open it, and once they open it, you cannot leave that establishment with an open container. I hope that helps. We're not much of an expert when it comes to drinking. Well, she is a little bit.
No, I'm not.
She's more, she would know more about it than me. She'll let you answer this one.
I've got a drink. And this question is from Brian. Did you guys, after buying your current home, with it only being 3 years old, did you have a home inspection before agreeing to purchase your home? And what are your thoughts on this? Well, I don't know. I have no thoughts on it.
Did you have a home inspection?
I don't remember.
We did. We had a home inspection. We hired through our village's realtor. We hired an inspector to come and look at the property. It was great. This house was like new. So very, very few complaints, but they looked at everything down to cracks in the concrete, branches touching the roof from nearby trees. There was a long list of things that they looked at, and they found very few violations. In retrospect, I like my village's sales agent. I said village's realtor. It's a village's sales agent. I like him a lot. I trust him. But at that point, I did not know him. But I still let him arrange the inspection for me. Now, the same company was selling the house, Village's listing service. The guy selling it to me, or the agent representing me, belonged to the same outfit, and they hired the inspector. So in retrospect, it might have been better to hire an independent inspector that was not hired by the same company that was selling and listing the house. It came out great for me. And like I said, I trust my agent, and it was perfect. And as a business sense, it may not have been the best business, I don't know, but it was good. Worked out good. It was a very thorough inspection. Yep, we did it. Alan asks, how far away did you live from Celtics great Larry Bird in French Lick, Indiana? We did not live far from French Lick, Indiana. We went to French Lick quite a bit, especially for athletics and sports with the teams I coached, played in French Lick. Our sons, played sports in French Lick. So we were up there quite a lot. And we have bumped into Larry Bird up there on occasion. And he is one of the greatest basketball players of all time.
He wasn't very far. What, about an hour?
40 miles.
Oh.
45 miles in that neighborhood. If you're a golfer, this next question is a good one. Ray gave us the question, why would it make sense to pay to play on a championship course when we are able to play on an executive course for free? Because I would never get to play if I only played executive courses. That's right. This is a driver. It's a wooden club. Many of the executive courses don't have any holes that you would play this club. There are a few that have 1 or 2 par 4s, which you could pull out. Old Bertha here, but not too many. And a golfer that considers himself a true golfer, he wants to hit his driver.
Sure.
She hits the driver on executives, though.
Every hole.
But for men, your driver would not come into play on many holes in an executive course. Even some of the par 4s are short, so you might use a 3-wood. So if you're a real golfer and you take it seriously and you have a handicap and you want to use all your clubs, you're going to want to play some championship golf. That's why you would do it. It's more expensive. I mean, it can cost you $60 during peak times.
Yeah.
It's cheaper now in the summer. In the summer, now that the snowbirds have gone, you can play after 3 for under $20. So that's a good thing. But yeah, if you want to play and use all your clubs and keep a serious score and keep a handicap, then you'll want to play some championship golf. It's more expensive. I'm very happy playing executive, but now that the rates are down, I play a couple of times a week on the championship as well.
This one's from Lori. Is secondhand smoke a problem in the villages? Her worst fear is to buy a house down here and end up living next to someone who smokes on the lanai. Well, that could be a problem, and you won't know who's next door when you buy a house. So,
even if this guy doesn't smoke, the next person that lives there might. Mm-hmm. But don't worry, Laurie, because 8 months a year, you're going to be too hot to sit on that lanai anyway. We have a glass lanai. If they smoked over there, it wouldn't bother us. On rare occasion, we're out in our backyard or we're on the patio. Then it could be annoying, but luckily we don't have that problem. And if you did have that problem, maybe a kind word with the neighbor would solve it, but it could be definitely annoying. I'm going to have a show on it could be annoying. We are going to have a show on pet peeves pretty soon. One of my pet peeves are smokers that throw their cigarette butts on the green and around the green on the golf courses, or the guys that munch on those big old cigars and toss what's left of them down on the green. Very inconsiderate, don't you think?
Yes. Kathy asked, do you have any idea where they get the furniture from, that what you see in the videos, and the furnishings are spectacular?
She's talking about the villages.
Yes.
Villages puts out videos of homes, and some of them are staged.
Right. Yes, there are two main villages furnishing stores, City Furniture and Babette's, and they have great furniture. It's very coastal. You're going to see the light-colored furniture, the creams, and so those are the two main ones here in the villages.
You're more of an expert than I am on this, but I know that we have gone to Babette's. They have a list of all the plans of the homes in the villages, and they can actually outfit your room without ever coming to your house because they know how big that room is and what it looks like and how it's situated. Yeah. I don't know if there are other companies or not, but we do know that Babette's does that, and they offer good furniture. We don't promote them or whatever, but you see it in the ad?
In the newspaper, but both of them are advertised, City Furniture and Babette. So,
okay.
And they both have the layouts of all the homes.
Donald writes, who carries the mortgages? Does the villages have financing, or do you get a conventional bank loan? That's totally up to you, Donald. You can use your own bank. You can use your hometown bank where you come from. Wherever you can get the mortgage, you can use. There are banks here that we think are owned by the villages called Citizens First Bank. They know a lot about home values here and such, and so you can go through them to get a mortgage for your house, but you don't have to. Nancy and John wonder if September would be a bad time to come down because we'd hate to be there during a hurricane. Nancy and John, we don't know when a hurricane will strike. Nobody knows. You know, to cancel your plans or to not make plans because you think there might possibly be a hurricane probably wouldn't be a good idea. Just go ahead and see what happens. If you're thinking about moving here, you may want to be here during some bad weather to see what it's really like.
Well, hurricane season lasts, from June to November, right?
It's in that neighborhood.
Yeah, so it's a long hurricane season. But it's not always bad weather during that season.
No. Charles and Tracy said, when down south gets more built out, do you guys see yourselves going out that way just for a change of scenery and to check out the newer places? Or are you guys just fine with your surrounding area and you don't see a need to venture further down south? It's a good question. Like I said, we just went down there and it's beautiful. Mm-hmm. It is barren in some places. It is very bleak and sandy, but that's when you have to let your imagination work. This 6 years ago, this area right here, right now, I've told you before, we can literally see 16 or 18 palm trees right out our back door. There were 0 here 6 years ago. 6 years from now, those roads that we just traveled down with sand on both sides of the road, they're going to be lush in 6 years. So it's going to improve. We like to go down there because there are still a large number of live oak trees and beautiful trails to ride. That's where we like to bike ride. We go down there for bike rides.
Yeah.
So we will go down there for the scenery. But for living, we like it here. We're very happy here. You know, part of your happy living is the people you live around, and we've made friends here. So we like this area. We love the convenience to the things that we are familiar with.
Yeah.
You know, people down there, as time passes, will become familiar with those places, and it's going to be just fine. But for us, well, I guess I'm happy where I am.
I'm very happy.
In just a moment, Gizmo is going to take a question. And do you have a joke today?
Do you feel like
He's
being
excited. He's got a joke today. So we'll take this final question for us. Applause.
What was rude?
The applause.
Oh, for Gizmo?
Didn't you hear it?
No.
You didn't hear the applause? So I said his last question?
Oh.
Huh?
Last question. Yay!
My husband and I are planning on moving to the Villages in 2022. It's from Deb. She said, I'm going to retire from my job as a school librarian. I love to read. My question is, are there public libraries in the Villages? Linda's the expert on public libraries.
Yes, there are 3 libraries, so you're going to find they're very lovely. They got the update books, and they've got large print books for us that are getting older, and it's got videos or not videos, but things you can check out and watch, even movies. But they're great. So we haven't been in it too much because we don't do a lot of reading.
We watch TV.
We do a lot of
We like to watch TV.
No, but they do.
She doesn't even know. She doesn't even know. I do the electronic books.
Yeah, that's true.
I check them out electronically,
Yes.
and I watch them on my phone. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you can do that.
I know.
From there.
I know, I do it.
You can do it from the library.
And you can check out a canoe if you want. How's that?
Oh, I did hear that. That would.
But not electronically. You can't.
No.
You have to actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, they have libraries. Don't worry. Let's go to Gizmo.
Paula and Raymond asked me, who is the voice of Gizmo? What does that even mean? Who is the voice of Gizmo? I don't understand the question. All right, I got one for you. What did the dog say as he limped into the Wild West Saloon? All right, I'm looking for the varmint that shot my paw. Paw, get it?
Gizmo, you are a funny guy. You are a funny guy.
Ha ha.
That's going to do it for this week's edition of
Mailbag Monday.
Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate it every week, and thanks for those questions. Remember, if you have a question, send it to us at villagesnewcomers@gmail.com. As always, we appreciate every one of you, and thanks so much for watching.
And please press that like and subscribe button. Until next time.
See you when you get here.